Hey everybody, hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. On behalf of Alliance Construction and JCStudios, we'd like to present to you guys our proposal for the Catalyst building. My name is Josh Corderaro. I'm the project executive for Alliance Construction.
My name is Gunnar Merkel. I will be the project superintendent here at Alliance Construction.
And my name is Jesse Kerr. I'll be your project manager.
Hi, I'm Josh Dillau, and I'm your design manager for JCStudio.
I'm Samantha Luck, and I'm the lead project architect.
And I'm Courtney Schmidt, the project designer.
So just to touch a bit about organizational duties. So as you can see, Alliance and JCStudios, we work right next to each other, right alongside each other. We've been a pretty good team for the last 6 or 7 years. And this is kind of how we have it all broken down with Jesse's our project manager, Gunnar, superintendent, and so forth. We've got a couple extra people on. So far, we've got for subs, big ticket items. We've got Apollo is going to be our mechanical. Valley's going to do electric. Northwest Skyline is going to be doing our glazing systems. On the design side, they've hired Sorrel, Lié Engineering, and Seattle Structural to be the structural engineers on the project.
Worth noting that we do bring on these key trade partners and key consultants early on into the design phases in order to provide the best quality product and provide the best constructability as we go forth in designing this project.
Just kind of quick overview of the project. It's going to be just above $50 million overall. Logistically speaking, we've got 3 phases. Those are broken into the substructure, 3 floors of parking, and then the 8 floors above ground, as well as the finishes phases at the end. The floors, as I said earlier, it's 8 up and 3 down. 3 floors, subgrade's gonna all be concrete parking structure. Above grade, we've got 2 floors fully built out with restaurants. We've got a gym, a couple other tenants, and then floors 3 through 7 are all gonna be core and shell, as well as a rooftop restaurant. We do meet the requirements necessary to meet the living building challenge as well.
So the Catalyst site is located on the corner of Roy Street and 9th Ave in the up-and-coming South Lake Union district of Seattle. Site conditions were heavily factored into design to create a sense of belonging into this part of town. Discovering important views from the site determined the different building focal points, and using the sun path determined placement of shading on the necessary facades. Our main design goals were to engage people from the street and sidewalk up and into the building in an inviting way, to create an effective atrium with multiple purposes, utilizing rainwater collection from the roof and sidewalk bioswales and recycled back into the building, maximizing the views toward Lake Union by angling the east facade, and by designing a unique south facade that also helps increase sunshade. So our first main design focus was to immediately engage users when they enter the building. By opening up the main entrance on the street corner creates a recognizable access point and an open meeting area. Offering different ways to enter the building allows for a more interesting user experience. So the first main entrance is through the 7-story atrium that doubles as the main vestibule before entering the lobby. And while in this atrium, you can immediately see the harvestable vegetation that grows along the fritted glass facade up until the 7th floor. And the second main way of entering the building is up the exterior staircase that leads you to the restaurant patio, or by entering into the 2nd-story lobby. This staircase acts as a statement piece while also doubling as a meeting area to visit and relax on the steps while still feeling a part of the building. Finally, the staircase provides ample space of weather-protected bike rack storage that encourages human-powered living. Another main design focus was the creation and utilization of the corner atrium. Placing this as a vestibule created a space where people would immediately encounter the plants that can be visually enjoyed at the atrium or harvested and are able for purchase at the first floor market. In addition to the green wall, making the atrium operable was another design goal to integrate some passive cooling through the stack ventilation system. Importing operable openings in the curtain wall between the atrium and the office space allows for hot air to travel up to the atrium vents located at the roof.
One of our main design points is the water pedal by incorporating positive water use. We incorporated a rainwater collection system through the rooftop decking that consists of a 6-inch pedal system where water drainage flows through the irrigation pipes located at the northwest of the building, down to the cistern and filtration system located in parking 3 for all building water collection and recycling. Rainwater is then recycled back into the building for the use of plumbing and plant irrigation. Bioswales are also located along the sidewalk on the east and south side of the building. The bioswales have a drainage course with gently sloped sides to convey stormwater runoff. Rainwater collection in the bioswales are filtered and reused back into the building for plumbing and plant irrigation. Interior circulation for the first floor is introduced through the atrium located at the bottom of the exterior staircase. The main entrance of the second floor is the exterior staircase located on the southeast of the building, inviting pedestrians to the outdoor restaurant patio viewing downtown Seattle. Multiple entrances are also located along the east and south side of the building. The main circulation can be accessed through the elevator and stairs located in the core of the building.
So the first floor features a public market, public retail space, small business that's leasable space. And our main idea with the first floor was to draw users into the atrium vestibule center and bring the users into the center of the building where the community space is located and incorporate retail within the community as well. So moving up to the second floor, we then have a restaurant with its own outdoor deck, which is then covered by floors 3 through 7 above, providing some sun shading for the users out on the deck. The second floor also features a large gym and yoga studio space for the employees of the office space above to utilize during break time or whenever they see fit, as well as more leasable space for small business and private offices. The gym and the yoga studio also have their own outdoor deck, which is a unique opportunity to witness the views of Lake Union. Floors 3 through 7 are also left as open office plan that can be customized as Vulcan sees fit. Each of these floors offer a unique view of South Lake Union from their own balconies, where the employees are afforded an opportunity to take a step outside of work and relax and enjoy the views of the city. Moving up to the rooftop, there's our rooftop bar, which opens up to a large terrace space that offers the users the view of Lake Union as well as back towards the Space Needle and the center of Seattle. The roof space is also filled with greenery that provides the user an immersive experience, and it gives the community the opportunity to witness their produce being grown within the building and then sold down on the first floor market. As Josh mentioned before, all the plants will be utilizing water that is collected on the rooftop and recycled throughout the building. So in section here, you can see rainwater collection will be stored under or collected underneath the deck and then it'll flow throughout the rest of the building. In section on the left, you can see we tried to maximize as much of the gym space as well as community and restaurant space as possible and allow unique opportunities for circulation. All the materials were carefully selected for this building. So moving over to the elevations. On the east elevation, we have a rain screen It's aluminum paneling, and we were careful to select certain materials that are not on the red list for the Living Building Challenge. Our rain screen's purpose is to dress up the building and offer a unique texture to the facade of the building, while also cutting down some of the glazing. On the south elevation, we have a fritted glass that offers sun shading, protecting the plants from overexposure inside the atrium space, as well as protecting the building from excessive heat gain. And then moving over to the renders. On the left-hand side, you can see a shot from our second floor lobby area, where on each floor, the guests are allowed the opportunity to look into the atrium, see those plants and the produce being harvested there, and then you can see the deck leading out towards the restaurant and those exterior stairs. On the right-hand side is a view from the inside of the rooftop bar looking out towards Lake Union. Again, on the left, we have the rooftop terrace area looking towards Lake Union. And then on the right is a shot from inside of one of the office floors, where you can see each office floor has its own exterior balcony that allows a chance to re-enter the city and escape the work life a little bit.
All right, so moving on to kind of budgetary items. So our preliminary GP, as I said before, is going to be just over $50 million. Substructure, we're at about $11.5 million, actually including superstructure. The exterior enclosure itself is just over $8 million. And MEP together is all just over $8 million as well. So looking at just the demo and the substructure budget, as you can see here on the right, there's kind of some larger building cost percentages, as you can see. This is just of the demo and substructure budget themselves. So looking at excavation, there's going to be a pretty large effort there, being as we've got 3 floors of subgrade parking structure. So we're going to have to excavate in 6-foot lifts. We're going to go down drive piles, a total of 35 feet. We're going to enter or place some lagging inside of those piles as far as the excavation goes. Substructure dewatering is going to be kind of an interesting one. We were able to save a little bit of money by pumping our water over into Lake Union. We've got a purification site on site. We can pump the water into those tanks. It'll purify it cleaner than the water that's already in Lake Union. And then we've got the permitting and trucking already lined out so that we can send those trucks over and get everything dumped into the specific port of Lake Union. Moving on to superstructure, looking at what we've got here, we've got kind of an intricate shell structure with that green wall and the rain screen on the north and the west elevations. We've got various amounts of curtain wall, window wall, etc. But putting everything together, we're going to be at just about $31 million for the superstructure as well. We've got structural steel as well as a bunch of polished concrete at all the floors to put them all together. In the superstructure, looking at the next one, all combined, our building costs, this is not including fees, we're at $40.5 million before we put GC and architecture fees as well. You can kind of see the breakout here. The gross square foot, obviously including the substructure as well as the superstructure on this one.
And now we move a little bit into the schedule. So to begin with, we have our design phase. We're going to do about 25 days per phase. So to begin with, we'll start in June 15th, and another 25 days. We'll do our design development, and we should wrap up the construction documents around September 4th, 2020.